this is Unity Village Unlocked. If you've been to Unity Village, you probably recognize where we are. We are in what's called Fillmore Chapel, in what was originally the Silent Unity building, and for quite a while now it's been called the Education Building. I want to first point out to you some of the great things about this space, and one of them is these doors right behind me. These doors are on either side of the chapel, and when it was originally used, they would open the doors and that would be extra seating for their prayer meetings. In 1965, they redid this room over here behind me and turned it into the Peace Chapel, which has an exterior door, and so visitors to the village can visit it anytime, even on the weekends when many of the buildings are closed. I want to point out these amazing paintings on the wall. They're all the way around, and originally they were on the ceiling too. However, because of water damage at some point along the way, they had to there was no restoring that. So these were done by David Ahrens, who was a Kansas City artist, and it was commissioned by Rickard Fillmore, the designer of most of the grounds up here. This chapel is beloved by Unity folks because this is the only chapel on Unity Village property where both Myrtle and Charles Fillmore taught and prayed, because it was the only chapel that was completed while both of them were alive. They both, of course, taught and led meetings, many meetings down at the original headquarters downtown at 9th and Tracy. But here at the village, this is the only spot. And so I always think about that when I look at the stage here. Also, you may have noticed the fabulous chandeliers that we have here. These are, once again, part of the work of the fantastic blacksmith and guy who could fix everything, pretty much, is what I've learned about him, named Arthur Zebley. And he did all this amazing, detailed work around the village, and you can see it everywhere if you know what you're looking for. So thank you for joining me in a place that's been a blessing and a joy. And when I was here for ministerial school, this is where we would have our student-led chapel services and other services that we needed to have. As a student, we would come up here and we would practice being ministers, and we would have all sorts of different themes, and I brought a boat up onto this stage to talk about walking on water. It was pretty fantastic. But we've done all sorts of things in this space, and it's been a holy space and a learning space and a growing space and a joyful space and a place for tears, but always a place to nurture and grow and continue in the Fillmore tradition of education, of introspection, of caring for one another, of prayer. So thank you for joining me here, friends, at the Fillmore Chapel, and I hope to see you soon.